Great things come from humble beginnings.
Our founder, the amazing Carolyn Boyd, saw a need and had a dream. She inspired a group of people to make that God-given dream a reality.
January 2001, on the Mornington Peninsula outside of Melbourne, kids arrived on a Southern Cross Kids Camp for the first time.
Who knew what that would set in motion?
Camps spreading surely and slowly across our nation.
Leaders and teams investing in kids from really hard places.
Delivering hope where there was none.
Giving a week of happy memories.
Has it been easy? Of course not. Nothing worth achieving ever is.
But great people seek out and accomplish very difficult things.
Would we do it all again? Of course.
Southern Cross Kids Camps have the best people on the face of the planet.
Let's have a look back at Southern Cross Kids Camp through the years.
The past 20 years have been amazing. When I think back to the first camp, those core values are still the same. We want everyone who comes in touch with Southern Cross Kids Camps to have their life enriched. Whether it is a child who comes on camp or whether it's the leaders as well. We want to be in the business of developing people. Looking at the team photos from the first couple of years and the amount of people that are still involved with Southern Cross 20 years later is incredible. We've had incredible people joining along the way, helping raise funds, helping raise teams, direct camps, everything that's needed to help on the tech side, administration. It's just been outstanding. Amazing amount of hours, blood, sweat and lots of tears go to producing a camp. What has been achieved so far is quite miraculous, really. It's served thousands of kids with thousands of leaders. And in a way, you'd kind of go, isn't that enough? I reckon there's so much more. Whenever a Southern Cross Kids Camp comes to a particular region, it improves that community.
We've got 2 new camps starting next year, both in the April Easter school holidays, one in Mildura and one in Mansfield, which we're calling High Countries.
We'd love to see a whole lot more camps in South Australia. We'd obviously love to see a camp in Hobart. To be so many more regions that would be being served by Southern Cross would be just extraordinary. If we were to just dream, in 10 years' time, we'd have our own campsite, we'd have a number of junior youth camps.
And by doing a youth camp, it means that we can keep that connection going, so they can come as maybe a 7-year-old, go through to the end of primary school, and then we would have to say goodbye to them. But now they can actually come back for year 7, 8 and 9. And then after that, they're old enough to actually be able to come back as a junior leader. And so they can do maybe a couple of years that way before they could end up then as a main leader on camp.
We want to create those easy and obvious pathways for kids to stay in touch and have their lives transformed. We'd have a greater involvement in remote Indigenous Australia. We're just really honoured to think that we might have a contribution in that space.
When we went to Fitzroy Crossing 3 years ago now, we made a really good connection with Brett and Val from Kununurra. They were amazed how much effort and time we put into it. There was like a trust building exercise that took place in that one camp, because they then trusted us enough to go, okay, they want us to play the long game. We would welcome you back because we can see that you loved our kids and you loved our people.
Those 3 things, if they were to come to pass in the next 10 years, I think we would have smashed it. The exciting thing of the future is that we know there'll be incredible people take over and hand on the baton to someone who's going to take it where we could never dream of taking it, with new ideas, with new enthusiasm, energy. You know, I'm looking forward actually to 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Who knows, we mightn't be here by then, we certainly won't be in charge. But to think there might be hundreds of camps, thousands and thousands of leaders, serving thousands and thousands of kids, changing our nation. That's worth it.